Hollywood officially removes Harry and Meghan from their star-studded list after the National Enquirer publicizes their evil faces on the cover. Hello friends, welcome to the breaking royal news about the notorious hypocritical couple, Harry and Meghan Markle, on our Kate Middleton and the Queen News version 2 channel. It looks like Harry and Meghan have not been able to hide their evil intentions from Hollywood. So recently, the National Enquirer magazine published the true face of the evil duo on the cover. And that magazine was all over the US and Canada, causing the careers of these two villains to go straight to hell. Now, of course, the motto of the National Enquirer is "Inquiring minds need to know." It's a rag staple in Canada and the US, and it's been that way for probably 2-3 decades now. Now, here's some pretty interesting gossip. Say whatever you want to about that magazine. I mean, of course, we all joke about it while we're waiting in the grocery store line reading it. But actually, the stories that the National Enquirer runs are often spot on. So why is that? Well, people like to try to file lawsuits against the National Enquirer, and so they employ a lot of hungry lawyers. So every story is carefully fact-checked by these lawyers. And the thing about it is, people don't often win lawsuits they file against the magazine. 99% of the time, whatever the National Enquirer published ends up being true, no matter how crazy it seemed at the time. In most of the stories they publish, they are 100% right. They are factual. Now, it seems like these days Meghan Markle is regretting the fact that she was so focused on being a celebrity instead of being a royal who was devoted to the monarchy. She tried to reach the media for attention right after she got with Harry. Now, we could say that was the time when she made her first big mistake. The Enquirer has revealed Meghan's whole dark conspiracy surrounding Harry's relationship. Apparently, Meghan insisted that he acknowledge her as his girlfriend or she was going to walk away. So he ended up giving that whole speech about the tabloid press and telling the tabloid press to leave my girlfriend alone. And as to why they had to flee the UK, well, it was because Meghan would never be top dog. That position already belonged to the lovely late Queen. Meghan did not understand how the monarchy functioned. She believed it was some kind of political organization that she could easily rearrange. And when she understood that Harry was never, ever going to be king, she didn't appreciate that fact. And before the wedding, plans were already being made to move to the US. And there's also the fact that the royal family are supposed to go in and out of rooms in the order they are in the line of succession. So Harry at the time was 6th in line to the throne, and that would mean that he needed to walk behind his older brother, Prince William, and Princess Catherine. And apparently Meghan Markle didn't like that one bit. Meghan is so jealous of Catherine, and she criticized her so harshly in the Oprah interview. So all those deals they made with all those corporations, those were organized well in advance. The deals they made with Netflix, Spotify, Penguin Random House, and other corporations too. And Meghan made sure to keep her team in LA active, and she added Harry's name onto it. So basically, she had a team that she could easily return to. She had a business manager, an agent, a PR team, and Oprah Winfrey is now on YouTube saying to Meghan, "I finally met you in February before your wedding." And that is why Oprah was invited to the wedding. See, Meghan and Harry made sure to invite people that they thought they could use down the line. So all of this was carefully orchestrated. Meghan and Harry told so many lies in that interview they did with Oprah, and a lot of people in the UK recognized those lies instantly. Brits know about the monarchy, so I don't know why Meghan and Harry thought they were going to get away with all of those lies. Now, one of my favorite books on this subject is Tom Bower's book, Revenge. I cannot recommend it enough. It chronicles the time from the time Meghan and Harry met to the current day. There's a paperback version that you can get now, and Tom Bower has included some extra chapters in that. And he doesn't go easy on the royal family either. The book actually sold out twice in 2 weeks. And I know so many Canadians and people who live in the US bought it. Meghan's lawyers apparently have told her that she is not allowed to sue. So I think that tells us a lot about the veracity of the statements in the book. Clearly, Meghan and Harry did not get what they were after when they were living in the UK. So they headed to the US because they thought they would find fame and fortune there. Well, again, they didn't get what they wanted, and now nobody wants anything to do with them. See, they try to get sympathy from people, but it just blows up in their faces. I do wish they would flee the US and find some place that is going to accept their lying sympathy. They only care about themselves. And you know what? They can't even make money for themselves unless they destroy their own families in the process. They pay people to come and take their photos, but then claim they don't want any publicity. They are a couple of idiots, aren't they? They also really staged that whole Megxit saga. That was just a way for them to try to make money. There were so many incidents that were leading up to this. I mean, the bullying, the pouting, the taking photos where Meghan should never have been. These incidents are simply too numerous to count. So it looks like Meghan really did pull the wool over their eyes. Archie, and then later Lilibet, if either of those children are even real, were certainly not born of Meghan's body. But she wants to be connected to the royal family, and she wants to have those invisible children in the line of succession. So she's trying everything she can to get them to give in. She wants those kids to have titles, and she wants to get them the allowance when they turn 18. She is such a disgrace. Meghan is actually a lot worse than Wallis Simpson, if you ask me. Who really knows what the catalyst was for them running away from the royal family, but many people are well aware that before Harry had wished to be away from his gilded cage, as he called it. Everything happened immediately prior to and during the world pandemic. Millions of people were suffering all around the world, and millions of people were dying. But it seems like hearing no to their desire for an alternative royal court elsewhere in the Commonwealth, plus part-time representation of the monarchy, really drove this retaliation of hatred. And it was really the driving force behind their campaign of hatred. And they exposed themselves in that campaign. They exposed themselves to be a couple of monsters. They exposed themselves as hypocritical, virtue-signaling liars. See, Meghan and Harry looked at people like David Beckham and Tony Blair, and they thought they were in the same league. They thought they could be equally popular, that they would make millions of dollars. Meghan really believed that producers were going to be knocking down their door just to give her starring roles that she had always desired. And she figured if that failed, then she would just go into politics, and she would have everybody listening to her speeches that she stole from other people. She really believed that she could make William fall for her, that she could have things her way. And when she understood that this was never going to happen and that she was always going to play second fiddle to Catherine, she decided to get revenge. So she convinced Harry that they needed to run away to America to find fame and fortune, and ever since then they have been doing everything in their power to discredit the beloved royal family, in the hope that the people of the UK are going to say, "Oh, please come back to us, please become our king and queen." Some out there have suggested that the media and the newspapers' involvement in Harry's family feud are going to complicate matters even more. But one expert has weighed in, saying the only problem is this is not your average family, and the royal family is very much an institution that is held in much esteem by its British and Commonwealth subjects. Its mystique is partly what is intriguing and loved by millions. Modern culture has made them more accessible and human. However, to wear all the dirty linen in public simply galls most citizens. You have to ask, was there any need for it? What was the ultimate aim? To make Harry feel better? Few seriously doubt it will do long term, or more seriously, to bring down the royal family. There is absolutely nothing to be gained in describing an altercation between brothers, referring to his stepmother as dangerous or any other of his claims. That is why people are turning their backs on this couple. If they genuinely wanted a peaceful life away from media intrusion, most people would have accepted that, but they don't. They are being vicious without the need to be a rebel without a cause. What do you think about Harry and Meghan's career in Hollywood when their masks are publicly slipping? Let us know your thoughts below in the comments section. We hope you have found this video helpful. And don't forget to leave us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back to see you in the next videos. Bye-bye now.